As you can see, this is nice. I like this. You know, we've been hyping it all day, and we're proud to say that Noel Gallagher has made it to the environment with a lot of our friends who are here hanging out and all around the building. Lots of people outside. I feel bad because lots of people are freezing outside and they can't come in. So do you want to say hi to them?
At school or something?
They should be at school. Good point. There's a lot of people skipping. We hate to contribute to juvenile delinquency, but it's worth it.
Well, I've done my fair share.
So now the last time we talked was, first of all, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back. It's been a few years.
Thank you.
But we last talked in Oakland. You were opening up for U2 just before the album came out.
Yeah.
What type of summer did you have? Did you have a good summer?
I was busy. I was busy mixing the album up until about 6 weeks before it came out. So I didn't get to go on holiday or anything like that. And then we were rehearsing for the tour, and we started touring in October. Late August, and then so I'm still on the road now. We're on the road up until March or April.
Well,
and we quit for a while.
Well, you've done European dates on this leg and in the past as well. Are music fans the same the world over, or are OASIS fans the same the world over?
Yeah. Well, in the Western Hemisphere, yeah, we're all sort of pretty much the same, but we sort of speak with different accents. But when you get sort of like Japanese fans are a bit strange. They just sort of don't sort of scream and shout. They just come up and touch you and stuff like that.
Even more polite than Canadians?
Well, no.
Okay.
No, but yeah, everybody's pretty much the same, sort of like the same age group, and sort of basically wear the same clothes and the same taste in music, so that's pretty cool. But
well, I've been in the audience for a few Oasis shows, and
what's it like?
Well, I hate to gush, but I'm a fan, so there's moments when certain songs come on where I get goosebumps and I get right into it.
Right.
What happens to you on stage? Say like at Glastonbury, 125,000 people. What kind of reaction do you get out of that?
Well, for three quarters of the gig, I was ill. I think I'd eaten something the night before, and I had a bit of a sweat and a bit of a fever, so I wasn't really enjoying it. And then, as soon as it came to about the last two songs, I sort of perked up a bit. And then once it came to Get Off, I didn't want to get off, and so I didn't really enjoy that gig, to be quite honest with you. I think we played too many new songs off Morning Glory. I think we played 6 or 7 songs, so every time we played an old one, we played a new one, and there wasn't really any momentum to the show. But usually I'm just concentrating on trying to play this in tune.
Well, okay, Glastonbury, a bad example. When you are feeling good, and there's a lot of people, and you can see a sea of heads going up and down.
Yeah, of course it moves you. I mean, you'd be weird if you did, you know.
Yeah.
Even with things like this, all these kids standing out in the freezing cold is. We
have a speaker out there, by the way. So when you say something like that,
I mean, it all means something. I mean, I don't know what it means, but it must mean something. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite proud of the fact that you can. That the band and the songs actually mean something to people, you know what I mean? I think that's all we ever wanted, that's all we ever aimed for when we started the group anyway, was just to mean something, and we do, so we're quite proud of that.
And I think we're all in agreement here, me included, absolutely. Be Here Now, I wanted to talk about the album cover just because it seems there's way too much stuff going on that it doesn't mean anything. It must mean stuff to some people.
You know, to be quite honest, it doesn't mean anything.
There's nothing going on in here with hidden meanings.
The one thing was when we had the Rolls Royce in the swimming pool, and we needed a registration plate for it, and instead of putting OASIS 97 or something ridiculous like that, somebody came up with the idea of having and it's yet again another Beatles reference, which, you know, we didn't really know it was going to cause so much of a fuss when we were doing it. But it's the registration off one of the cars on the back of Abbey Road or something.
See, there had to be something going on in here.
But that's it. It's just the registration plate.
Okay, well that's enough. I knew there had to be at least one. And okay, that's fine. Now there's drum loops on here, backward stuff going on. Yeah. Is this a sign of things to come?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how the next record's going to map out yet. I don't even know when it's going to be done or when it's going to be started. I've not actually written. I don't think I've written any new songs for a while now because I've been too busy touring. But I mean, it'll be ready when it's ready, and it'll come out when it comes out. But I think we've taken so we started off as just sort of, you know, a band, sort of a rock and roll band playing traditional rock and roll anthems, if you like. I think we took it to its logical conclusion on All Around the World, which you couldn't get any more of a bigger song than that. So it's time to stand back and see if we can do something different with Oasis. What that'll be, I don't know yet. But,
okay.
You know.
Well, we'll touch on that stuff a little bit later, and also we'll play All Around the World. That's coming up, and some other stuff, and including, you know what, Noel's got his guitar on in case you haven't noticed, and he'll probably play it, I think. But we gotta give you a commercial break first, unfortunately. So please hang on, because Noel Gallagher from Oasis is in the environment. Stay tuned.
You guys spread the word.
excited? Let's make some noise, come on. You know why? Because behind me, Noel Gallagher's got his guitar on, and he's going to play right now. Noel, take it away.
Made a meal and I threw it up on Sunday. I got a lot of things to learn. I said I would and I'll believe in one day before my heart starts to burn. What's the matter with you? Sing me something new. But don't you know the cold and wind and rain don't know? It only seems to come and go away. Times are hard when things have got no meaning. I found a key upon the floor. But maybe you and I will not believe in the things we find behind the door. But what's the matter with you? Sing me something new. Don't you know the cold and wind and rain don't know? It only seems to come and go away. Stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me. Nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows the way it's gonna be. And if you're leaving, will you take me with you? 'Cause I'm tired of talking on my phone. But there is one thing I can never give you. My heart will never be your home. What's the matter with you? Sing me something new. Don't you know the cold and wind and rain don't know? It only seems to come and go away. Hey, hey, stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me. Nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows the way it's gonna be. The way it's gonna be, yeah. Baby, I can see, yeah. But don't you know the cold and wind and rain don't know? It only seems to come and go away. Hey, hey, stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me. Nobody knows the gonna be. Stand by me, nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me, nobody knows. Yeah, God only knows the way it's gonna be.
That was Noel Gallagher from Oasis, acoustically. And you know what? We're going to stick around and continue to talk right after this commercial break, so please don't go away. You are back with Much Music and Bill, and you know this guy. This is Noel from Oasis, and you know what we're going to do is we're going to maximize Noel's time while he's here, and he's going to sign as much stuff as he can while we talk, which is kind of a neat thing. Now, is this part of the business that you never thought would happen when you first put out a record? And
well, I mean, you've always hoped that you're gonna, like I said before, you always hope that you're gonna mean something to people and that you're gonna get fans like these lot. But you don't bank on it. You just, it's just a dream when you start out to be someone is just a dream. And if you're lucky enough, can I borrow that pen there, mate? Because that one's run out now. If you're lucky enough, then your dreams come true. Most bands don't, but we were lucky enough that it did. So
good on you for doing this. You know what we're gonna do right now is play Supersonic, and then we're gonna stick around and Noel's gonna stay. We're gonna talk a little bit more, I think, maybe after. Who knows? Supersonic right now on Much. You are watching Much Music, and there's mayhem all around because we have a little visit from Noel Gallagher from OASIS. He's in the environment, and he was here earlier. He was supposed to leave, but he doesn't want to go. Well, we're making him stay. You are well loved in Canada, all over the world.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
Now, Much Music subscribes to different British wire services. Every day there's something in there about Oasis. Most likely it's not true.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot of rumors out there.
Yeah.
The one that we talked about off the air I thought was very funny. That was a lie.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I make them up just for the benefit of the journalist. Sometimes when you do so many interviews as I do, it's like it tends to get a bit boring. They all ask basically the same questions, and so sometimes I just make up lies, basically, just to keep myself interested. But more often than not, it ends up getting me in trouble, you see. So I've had to stop doing that now. But I assume I'm going to get in deep trouble when I get back to England for a couple of lies I told the journalist once. But, you know, never mind. I don't care.
But you know what? As a fan of the band, reading about the band, I find them very amusing, and they make me laugh.
Well, that's one side of the band that never really gets written about. It's the sense of humour of the five
That's
individuals
true.
in the band. I mean, I could easily, and this is no word of a lie, I could easily have another career as a stand-up comedian. Because I'm really funny, me. But, and like, Bonehead's hilarious. Liam's out there. But, you know, yeah, I mean, but we're taken as this really serious, arrogant, rude bunch of...
See, I find that endearing, though.
Well, I find it endearing as well, but, I mean, it's just not really the true picture, is it?
Okay, well...
Allegedly.
Now, one of the things that I remember reading was, this is just in the past week, how Liam says he wants to quit the partying, wants to start pumping out kids. Well, helping his wife pump out the kids, I guess.
That's a nice way of putting it, isn't it? I'll start pumping out kids, same thing. It's like, you make it sound like getting, you know, like going to the gas station or something. I don't know. Can I have two kids, please?
There is a lot of work on the woman's part, we must admit that. But, well, she does all the hard stuff.
Allegedly, kids.
But anyway. What about you? Do you see yourself being a father someday?
No.
No?
Well, I'm a father to Liam. So, I mean, I've got 4 kids already, so I've got Bonehead, Whitey, Gwigsy and Liam, so I haven't got enough. I'm too wrapped up in the group anyway. And you know, I'm not really the fatherly type. You know.
You don't think, really?
No. Well, somebody's got to keep the party going if Liam's going to quit, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
I would love to go to a pub one day when you guys are there.
I
have a feeling it'd be a lot of fun.
Well, it's always a lot of fun until the point where somebody starts getting annoyed, and then it crosses the line of being fun, and then it can get quite airy after a while. But the trick is trying to leave the pub while it's still fun before you get barred.
You haven't learned how to do that yet, though, have you?
No, we just sort of stay till we get thrown out, really.
Okay, you know what I want to talk about is one of the other things that I remember reading was that half the record is almost written, but a little while ago you said it wasn't.
No, where'd you hear that one from? That's probably another lie I told.
That's another lie, I'm sure you told someone.
No, I haven't written that. I mean, we've been jamming some stuff around the sound checks, but it's nothing approaching what you would call songs finished or anything like that. I mean, I'm actually stopping myself from writing songs because if I start writing now and I have an album ready by the end of the year, then we're going to put it out next year, and we really need a bit of time off really to spend some time at home and trying to work out where we want to go with the group. And you know, I mean, I suppose it's more. I mean, we need a rest, but I suppose it's more that people need a rest from us really, and that it's important that we stay exciting and don't become boring, and people don't take us for granted. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, we are going to play right now all around the world. It's a great video, you know a lot of work went into this. One of the best things about this video, Liam smiles. He doesn't smile enough.
I know.
Towards the end there.
That cost quite a lot of money to do that one.
Because he gives you this nice little look and he kind of...
No, it was funny. We must have been... we were in a good mood that day.
I'm sorry?
We were in a good mood that day because we both actually smile at each other. If you watch it somewhere near the end, we smile at each other for some bizarre reason.
No, this song was around for a while. It was written a while ago.
I wrote that before the first record came out.
Why did you hang on to it? You just...
Well, with the amount of production that's gone into it, with the...
String section.
There's a full orchestra and a full brass section, and there's all sorts of mad stuff going on there, so we didn't really have the money. I don't think people would have been able to get it. I think that we were setting people up for this song with sort of like Whatever and Champagne Supernova, sort of long songs with strings in and stuff like that, so I don't think people would have got it in 1994, but they probably still don't get it now, but that's boring.
Is it...
They get it out there.
You can sneeze and they'll clap, I think. That's cool. I like that. Is it true that Liam didn't want to climb a ladder because he ain't a effing stuntman? Is that true?
Yeah.
He said that?
I think, well, he said it words to that effect. Yeah.
He didn't want to climb the ladder.
Well, he had to, what was it? It's the bit near the end where he's hanging onto a rope ladder. And he jumps off. I'd gone on by that point to listen to the Verve album.
Okay, well, we talked enough about it. You know what we have to say, though? Tonight in Toronto at the Gardens, if you're watching us live, Thursday. And then the Montreal show was canceled because of the ice storm.
Yeah,
that is being